You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. So many amazing things to talk about. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who's involved in the honor flight that's happening today. This is the 17th mission, and it is an amazing thing. Be listening tomorrow. I'm going to have all of the details about what's going on right now in Washington, D.C. with Midwest Honor Flight. Again, amazing group that does amazing things. And thank you very much for inviting me to do my little bit to be a part of this. But if you're looking for something to do this evening, if you want to, go to the Sioux Falls Arena. There's all of the details about what time the party is and all of that. It's the welcome home this evening. You can get all of the details at MidwestHonorFlight.org. I've also got a link on our Facebook page, Facebook.com/SunnyRadio and Facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Yesterday, we selected a winner for the Ben Bailey tickets. Ben Bailey, he is the host of the Cash Cab. Remember that? Emmy award-winning Cash Cab game show host, Ben Bailey, is going to be on this program here in just a little bit. But first, we are going to announce the winner of our tickets. We gave away a pair of tickets, and we've got the event tonight. Doors open at 6:30 at the Orpheum Theater in Sioux Falls, and our winner is Chad Zortman. I know that guy, and I've got him on the phone line over here. Chad, would you like to go to Ben Bailey tonight?
Would I?
Well, I hope the answer is yes. You just won a pair of tickets to see Ben Bailey at the Orpheum Theater tonight in Sioux Falls. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, man.
All right, you've got not one, but two tickets for tonight.
That sounds awesome. I'm going to take my buddy that looks just like him.
Ah, that's awesome. Then you have like a Ben Bailey lookalike contest. Are you guys going to ride there in the Cash Cab too? No, my little white truck. Well, it's going to be a darn good time. Again, folks, if you have not bought your tickets yet, you can still get them. I've got a link to get the tickets at SiouxFallsComedy.com. For those of you just checking in, comedy event tonight. Ben Bailey, the Emmy award-winning Cash Cab game show host in Sioux Falls tonight at the Orpheum Theater. Doors open at 6:30. It's an all-ages show, and I know several of the people who are going to be opening for him as well. I know 3 out of the 4 that are opening. Very, very funny people. It's going to be an amazing event. Again, it's tonight. All of the details at Facebook.com/SunnyRadio and Facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. I'm going to be visiting with Ben Bailey in just a bit.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Ben Bailey. Ben, you get to come to Sioux Falls tonight. Are you excited?
I am. Yeah, I'm really excited. My first time in town.
We're excited to have you here. And my wife and I used to watch Cash Cab all the time. We loved that. We always said, how fun would it be to get in the cab with Ben Bailey? And knowing my luck, I'd get it wrong right away and you'd boot me out in one block. So
I don't know. You might do better than you think. It's luck of the draw.
What was the shortest ride you ever did? Was it like a half a block?
I don't know about half a block, but we had a fair number of what we called 3 and outs. You know, they missed the first 3 and out they go.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 blocks, 3 blocks, something like that.
Such a fun show to watch. Was that your idea? Whose idea was the program?
Thank you. No, the shows actually started in England, and when they brought it to the U.S., they auditioned people all over the country, and something just clicked right from the get-go with me and Cash Cab, and I ended up getting it.
Well, you nailed it, and I can't imagine anybody else doing that.
Oh, thanks.
In Sioux Falls, there was a guy that had a thing called Trivia Taxi. It was like at that same
really?
time. I was like, and I never got to ride with him, but I was always thinking, man, we need to call him just to go for a ride. And then yesterday I saw in Sioux Falls a license plate, and her license plate is Cash Cab.
No way.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, Ben Bailey's going to be in town on Tuesday, right? So I believe she'll be at the show.
Did you tell her?
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
Absolutely. I was like, this
I wonder
is cool.
why she has a Cash Cab license plate.
I
That's
asked
really
her, she said she liked the show, but then she's like, I was always like driving kids everywhere. So there's like a whole thing to it. But I just thought, what are the odds that I would bump into somebody a few days before your show with a license plate, Cash Cab?
That's awesome. Maybe the trivia taxi guy will show up too.
That would be really cool. So let's talk a little bit about what to expect from the show. It's coming up tonight. It's at the Orpheum Theater. You got a bunch of people that are going to be going before you. Several of them I've seen before. Hilarious.
Oh, great.
You've got a really good comedy set for tonight. What kind of stuff do you talk about during your comedy these days?
Oh, it's all observational, silly stuff. Jokes about the weather and silly things that people do, Nothing political. It's all just fun. It's just silly and wordplay and fun stuff.
And I love that type of humor. And I love that it's not real divisive because, it's one of those things where you go, why do you want to go watch a comedy show that when you leave, you're mad at them? That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's supposed to be an escape. It's just all about the laughter and a break from things that are stressful. And it's just supposed to be fun from my point of view, anyway.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy, Ben?
It'll be 30 years this December.
And does it feel like it? Does it feel like, man, I've been doing this a bit now?
A little bit. I've been out here on the road for a long time. I'm getting older. I get tired a little more easily, but 30 years, no, it doesn't feel like that long. I can't believe it's been that long, but it has. I just feel lucky and happy that I've been able to do this. I really love it.
How has stand-up comedy changed in 30 years? Is it different today than back when you started?
Well, when I started, it was 93. And there had been a big boom, a stand-up boom in the 80s, and then it kind of died out. And people thought, it'll never be as big as it was back then. But now it's like 50 times bigger than it was, or 100 or something. Like it's way bigger than it ever was before. So it's just gotten more and more popular, and audiences are better because they sort of understand what they're supposed to do. Just listen and laugh. You don't have to you don't have to be a part of it.
Well, and a lot of the time you shouldn't be. Some people try to be, and you're like, no, don't do that. Don't do any of that.
Yeah, don't do that. We've got it all planned out. We don't need any help.
When it comes to social media and comedy, do you think those two things go hand in hand? Is that a really good outlet for people who do stand-up comedy? Well,
it's kind of where the business has gone. You have to have a presence on social media because that's where everybody's finding stand-up comedy that they like. And then, it's where you have to advertise and promote and everything. It's like the whole business is like in our phones at this point. It's kind of crazy.
And it's weird. We carry like a radio station and a television station and all of that right in our pockets now. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's changed so much. Everybody has a supercomputer in their pocket.
Well, and tonight we're excited to have you in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Again, Ben Bailey is our guest right now. Again, the host of Cash Cab, but so many other things. But that's got to be like one of the biggest things, right?
Cash Cab is what most people know me for, but stand-up is what I've always done and what Cash Cab came from. They decided they were looking for a comedian who could drive, and that's how I got the gig.
And the thing is, the humor that you brought to that made everything else so much more fun because anybody could just like read trivia questions to people while they're riding in a car, and that show wouldn't be fun to watch at all. But the way you did it, it was amazingly fun.
Oh, thanks, man. I tried to make it fun, and I tried to treat everybody well. They didn't want me to. Then the producers initially wanted me to be kind of mean and roast people when they got things wrong. And I was like, no, that doesn't feel right. We're already throwing them into a situation here. Let's treat them well, at least.
Well, I like your way of doing it. I think it was wonderful. Did you ever have anybody that got in the cab and then as soon as the lights went off and they're in the Cash Cab, they go, I'm out. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, quite a few, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, people just thought I was crazy. I'd like tell them they're in the Cash Cab. It's a TV game show. And they'd like look at me like, yeah, okay, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Sure it is. And some of them like, turn the music down. I'm like, yeah, that's my music that I listen to. Like a 5-second horn blast.
I listen to game show music. I'm just weird. Well, Ben, I'm excited for tonight. You're going to have so much fun in Sioux Falls, and Sioux Falls is going to absolutely love you. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. Man.
Oh, you bet. Thank you. And thanks for all the nice things you said.
Absolutely.
We'll see you tonight at the Orpheum Theater Center, everybody.
Yes, Orpheum Theater, downtown Sioux Falls, Ben Bailey tonight. All of the details at facebook.com/Sunny Radio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
This Day in Sioux Falls History is brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, October 10th, 1873, the first bank in Sioux Falls opens for business. There's a few more than one now, but the bank was operated by E. Otis. It doesn't actually have its own building. It operated out of the back of a hardware store, and it was only open for a few months as Mr. Otis left town to pursue opportunities further south in Nebraska. Sioux Falls would see at least 3 small banks open and close before 1886. The very original named Sioux Falls Bank was then able to make a permanent home in town and would eventually merge with other local financial organizations, and they used the name First National Bank, and they're still in Sioux Falls today. This Day in Sioux Falls History has been brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page, West Sioux Studios, and Sunny 93.3.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Hey, this episode of the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour is done. Now, there are times during the bonus hour I'll mention something from our regular program, the John and Heidi Show, which is syndicated on like 300 stations around the country. There's actually a podcast for that as well. So if I mention something that you're going, hey, whatever happened? He didn't talk to that person, or this didn't happen, that didn't happen. You can find that podcast at JohnAndHeidiShow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour.